heard a lot of arguments about motion and direction, and this is just my opinion, but a lot of the arguments I've had seems to be over-exaggerating the importance of direction. I've seen a lot of people say you really need direction, and I'm not here to oppose the fact that you need direction, but in the essence of glorifying direction, we've watered down the importance and beauty of motion. Let me just quickly start by saying a very short story of mine. This story is not really for me to brag. So I've been looking for money since I can literally remember. I've had this hunger to come out of lack since probably like I was 15. But I was so adamant on the fact that I had to do something in the right way that I just started learning different skills. So I'm seated right here. I have knowledge of about 8 to 10 different digital skills. That took probably years, probably about 3 years. And at one certain point in time, I came to a discovery of a certain knowledge, and in 3 months after gaining that knowledge, I made my first 7 figures. Now, anybody that's listening to this story will directly say, oh, but yeah, that knowledge you came across gave you direction. But the truth is, the motion that I have been accumulating, the motion that gave me momentum over the years, is the exact thing that got me in the right spot where I needed to be at the time I needed to be there. But a lot of people glorify direction. They say you should wait for direction, look for direction. But the truth is, you don't look for direction. Direction finds you at the right point of your movement, at the right point of your motion. I said something a while ago to a friend, and I said it is easier for a Yahoo boy to become successful, become financially successful legally, than it is for a normal broke poor person to become financially successful. Let me repeat that. It is easy for a Yahoo boy to make money legally than it is for a broke poor person to make money legally, despite the fact that they have the same level of determination. The reason is because the path to success is very identical. And as long as you are taking action, as long as you are in motion, it doesn't matter if you are going in the opposite direction. Now, I'm not saying that it is right. I'm not supporting Yahoo. I'm not supporting fraud or whatever. But I'm saying that if you take action, despite the fact that you are going in the wrong direction, the minute and the moment you get direction, you will be successful. A lot of people that glorify direction are people that end up lazy. They don't want to take action because they're obsessed about the fact that they need to know where they are going before they take that first step. But any great discovery came after the step. Direction does not come before motion. Motion comes before direction. And as long as you keep waiting for direction, you would never really have it. Think about if you are stuck in the desert or stuck in somewhere you've never been before, and say you want to take bike and you can't find bike. Now, your instinct directly will tell you that you need to start moving forward. Most times, because you are not familiar with that environment, that forward you think you are moving in the opposite direction. It has happened to me so many times. You move forward, you meet bike, then when you take the bike, you discover that the bike is taking you the other way. And that's just your natural instinct. If you waited for that bike to come and meet you, you might never see the bike, or you might see the bike way later in your journey. What am I trying to say? Direction is your reward for taking that first step. You only get direction after you've started moving in a certain direction. It's fucking crazy because I said something about the Yahoo boy making money legally faster than a normal broke person that is trying to find his way out there. The reason is because for a Yahoo boy, he already has certain knowledge. He has come to a point that he already understands that there are certain actions you need to take. There are certain measures you need to take. There is research, there is this, there is that. And even for me that didn't go the wrong direction, but I just kept on moving. I had no idea where I was going. I had no idea what I was doing. I was learning so many skills that even countered each other. But at the end of the day, the moment I found direction, it was very easy for me to get to where I was going to. If I had stayed in wherever situation I was, whatever situation I was, I would never have found that direction that took me to exactly where I was going to. I said the road to success is very identical. But let me paint a clearer picture for you. If you are in an estate, I think estate, their roads are usually very identical. And if you start moving, you don't know where you are going, but you start moving in the wrong direction. I'm not glorifying the fact that you should move in the wrong direction. Get me right. I'm saying that motion, with or without direction, will eventually lead you to where you are supposed to be. But glorifying direction and waiting for direction will never take you anywhere. You might probably never find that direction. But if you take action and start moving, regardless of where you are going to, you just start moving. You don't care where you are going. At some certain point in time, if you find direction, regardless of how far back you think you might be, it is easier to come back. Somebody that starts from point A and is going to point C. Meanwhile, you started from point A, but you started moving. But instead of going towards point C, you were going towards point B. But the road to success is very identical. It's just like an estate. If you've gone through this road, there is every possibility that you are familiar with this road. So the moment you find direction, let me tell you what you've built. You built momentum, and you are now familiar with the terrain of how the road works. So if you find direction, somebody that is starting here and just found that direction but had not started moving, if you should start coming back in that same road, you will overtake somebody that just started moving, because every roadblock that is on this road, you have already faced on this road. So by the time you are coming, it is way easier for you to avoid those roadblocks and get to where you are supposed to be than the person that stayed in one point and was waiting for direction. What am I trying to say to you? I'm trying to tell you that direction is a discovery you come into when you are moving. It is not something you come into before moving. And if you are in a situation right now and you keep waiting, because I have a particular friend, I don't want to go into the friend, but every time we meet, he keeps telling me, Abraham, just tell me what to do and I will do. I said, this is a journey of discovery. I can't tell you what to do because you need to find it within yourself. And that is the direct example of waiting for direction before taking action. And I've explained it to him so many times, but I hope if you are listening to me right now and you are in a situation where you don't really know what you are doing, well, nobody does. You are in a situation where you are trying to figure out where you have to go because you have so much drive to take you, but you are waiting. You don't want to make the mistake of going farther. You feel like you are saving that drive so that the moment you find direction, you can push to where you are supposed to be, but it doesn't work that way. You need to start moving. If you are in that kind of situation, you need to get up, start doing something. Don't go illegal. I didn't tell you to go illegal, but start doing something. Learn a skill, learn this, learn that, read books, do anything it can take. And I promise you that just as you start doing something, you start discovering yourself. You start discovering your uniqueness, because it is your uniqueness that gives you an edge to speak through. It is not your drive. Your drive is something, is the fire that is burning. It is your uniqueness that makes your flame different from every other flame that is burning around you. So if you're in that situation right now, I want you to stand up and start moving. If it's any consolation, you might be watching this video and think, oh, I prepared a script before coming to this video. No, I simply thought about it, set up the camera, set up my mic, and started talking. I didn't know in which direction I was going to talk. I just knew what I was going to talk about, and I started talking. That should give you an idea on how you should start moving, and I promise you, you will find direction. There is a reason in the Bible, God told Abraham, he said, leave your father's house to a place I will show you. He didn't say, I will show you a place for you to go to. My name is Abraham Bamidele, and you'll be seeing more of me on here. Cheers.